I would like to welcome you to this video, demonstrate how to set up my network using for the spanning tree protocol, or referred to as STP. STP, before we start, is a layer 2 protocol. The reason for using the STP to prevent any loops within our LAN, of course, the main reason when you do that, just in case when data get exchanged, if the loop stays there, probably the system get halt because performance decrease and the traffic actually go into a circle, and very difficult to check and monitor the performance of the system and monitor how the systems and control the system. So how we're gonna do the STP, for instance, I'll just give you, and sometimes you need more than 2 ports to the switch. So I'm going to show you how you can make 5 ports, for instance, to the switch. First of all, when I click on the network devices, I can go, because we're going to do only switches, as a switch. So I can create, for instance, okay, switch here. If you want to do more switches, just Control in Windows or Command and click on it. So I can do one here, and one here. And of course, they say one here. Okay, so I've got this, hit escape, that disappears. Now, what I would like to do, if you notice all of these here, all they have, to connect between switches, you have to go for the gig part of it, okay? Which is the last 2 here. If I do this once here, if you notice, so even if I click here, and I can see there's got actually 4 of them. So if I go on config, if you look at this ones, all what I have here, right, 2 things, they are gig Ethernet. That's what you need between the switches, the gig Ethernet, the gigabit Ethernet. Okay, so you have to make sure they are on the gig. So if I go and I connect between any of them, it is, and let's say if I do a loop, so I click here, and remember, I click on this one, it can do the connection. You can do either one connections like that. It is the gig, and I will select this one. There we go. You see that? And then if you want to do it more than one, just Command in Mac, or you do Control and click on this. It is, so I can do connections here. See, I can connect this one to the gig of this one. You see, I can connect probably and so on. So what we're going to do now, if I do connections here, I would like to create one here to connect all of these to it, right? Very simple, and see how we're going to do that. In order to do one switch with so many gig, if you notice these ones, all of these, they have only 2. Right in the last ones, 2 of them. This one's 2 as well, right? Only 2. Now, if I want to create 5, for instance, what I'm going to do, I go to switches, I click on this one, click a switch, get an empty one. It is empty one. I will put it here. If I click on it, it is to see what is going on. Zoom in, and you can see what is going on. There you go. So here it is. Make sure the switch is switched off. Here it is. All right. And I can original size, it is. In order to do that, you have to get gig. It's empty. You can see them slots here. What I'm going to do, you go to this part here. In case you get confused with us, click on it, and this here, I'll give you the description. Single port Cisco gigabit Ethernet network modules. That's exactly what we need. Either, because that's switched off now. Make sure that's switched off, not switched on. I switch off here, and I can drag it here. It is, here's the first one. I can put 5, 6, 7, any number I want. Remember, this is gig Ethernet. Make sure it's this one here. Can you see? Gig Ethernet. And the name of it is, it is a CG, gig Ethernet. So I can go here, and I will see there 3, has 4, and I create 5 if I want, has 5. And then what would I do? If you zoom in, this, if you notice here, is switched off. So I click on it and it's switched on now. Okay, so results here, and I close it. And if you notice on this one now, it has 5 gig Ethernets. Here they are. Okay, because what I've got empty is empty here. So look at it, there's nothing in it. Can you see? It's nothing. Okay, So, okay, so delete that. Just go here and I click this one. Okay, so I delete this one. There you go. So this is escape. Now do look the connection. So I'm going to do the connections here. First one, I'm going to do, here it is, from the first gig, oh sorry, this is the wrong one. From the gig Ethernet, here it is, gig Ethernet, and I would do it gig Ethernet. There it is. Okay, gig Ethernet from here. So let me do the commands on here so I can do many of them. Here it is, from here to here. Here it is, from here to here as well. There you go. And I can do it from here if I want to. I can make it is. You see in here. If I it is, and if I come here, and that's one, I can do it like that. There it is. So if you notice on these ones, here they are. If you notice, keep it for a while, your network, to settle down. Okay. So to make settle down, let's move and remove. I can remove. Look, I can remove this one, and I can remove this one, and I can do it later. Now wait for your network to settle down, because this is still, if you notice, is not actually it's connecting as yet. It's if you notice, it's gonna until your network settles down. Okay, then you can see actually what's really it's going on your systems here. Okay, so that's going to take a bit of time. So it's everything settled. If I want to create, look, if I want to create loop here, now it's going to show you. So I can go here, and there we go, and click here. And if I want to do the loop, look what's going to happen. There it is. Wait for it for a bit. If you notice, you see all that's green now. If you see, it's green now because there's no loops here. However, wait for this one and see it's going to settle down in a bit. It takes a bit time to settle down the network, so you don't go straight away, and you're going to see actually which part is redundant. Now, okay. The same thing, so I'm going to do. If you notice, there's no redundant, all the greens here, right? So if I want to, I can connect between here and here. So I can go and I click between this gig and notice on here and this one. All right, it's still both of them. You see that? That's what happens then. This is going to pick up and this one's going to disappear. If you notice here before, that was both orange. Now this is green, this is orange. This port of the switch is make the redundant. That's the off one, right? Just in case you remove any one of them, make it actually work. Not wait for this. You cannot have both of them off, one of them. So either probably this one becomes green or this becomes green. So we sit and wait for it until when you do it, you wait for the system. Here it is. So that's become green. If you notice, that's the root here and has redundant. And therefore, my network actually, to prevent the loops, is removing this. So the whole idea of this video is to actually to create a switch, right, with many gig Ethernet, because each one of them has only two. If I want more, I can do exactly what I've done before, and I can add more and more and more. So I can go back to it here. Here it is. I can switch it off, remember, and I can go. This one's here. Either do it from here. Here it is. There you go. And I can put all these as many as I want. And of course, maximum is it is. So I can move them here. And if you want to connect it to PCs and so on, make sure you get actually, right, the Ethernet port. Here it is, Ethernet port, right? Here it is. And this fast Ethernet. Here you go. Fast Ethernet, but this one fast Ethernet here. I'm going to put one fast Ethernet, right? And so on. Here it is. Switch on. If you notice on this ones now, look at the network. Network is going to settle down in a minute because all of them down because I switched that off. Now wait for it. How that's is going to build itself, and then it's going to converge as well. So the STP is going to take place and tells you which path is redundant and which path is not. Okay, so this one now this converges fine. If you notice on this one still, so wait for it until the network settles down and then decide which part actually is gone. So this part of labs we do on packet tracer. So wait for it, because you see here it is. So started, and it is your network. So if I want to know where my network is, where the STP, if I click on any links, takes actually over from the other link. Thank you so much. And I hope you find this video useful. Should you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'll be more than glad to help you actually how you do different parts in networking on packet tracer. Thank you so much, and I wish you best of luck. Thank you.